Hey there y'all, welcome back to another review, and today we're going to be talking about Mad Max. An amazing series of movies that actually had a pretty good game attached to them, because a lot of times movie adaptations into games aren't the greatest. And you know me, I talk about achievements and achievement hunting. This one was one of the most enjoyable ones to complete, though it is technically impossible to complete these days. Technically. There are always ways around this. But I'll talk about that when we get to the final achievement. Going down in order of completion on the road to nowhere is simply having traveled 1,300 car lengths in a vehicle. Really easy when you are driving, I don't know, 99% of the game. You get out to fight in fortresses occasionally, but other than that, not much. Just walk away, travel 650 car lengths on foot, which you usually do is you're just walking around and through fortresses and all that. Next is Fresh Air, which is driving your vehicle off a jump in the wasteland, which more people have done than actually completed the first act of the game, but only by 1.3%. Everything Lost Again is having completed Act 1 of the game, which is fitting considering the story that I will not spoil. Golden Boy, reaching a new legend rank. Legend points are how you upgrade your base stats overall, and honestly really useful because it upgrades how you fight in combat and all that kind of stuff. Slight distraction, completing the Dinky D Wasteland mission. You do get a dog in this game, and he is the absolute bestest boy, and he has certain missions out there to go rescue him. And also, he's very useful sometimes. He's a bomb sniffer, which is odd in the Wasteland. Wasteland Chef, eating a meal of maggots. God, it looks horrible because they actually have pretty decent graphics on this because you pick maggots up out of corpses. But, yeah, it's absolutely gross, but it's a way to recover your health. Quench their thirst, giving water to a wanderer. You'll find random-ass people wandering through the desert sometimes. If you give them some of the water you have, you get this achievement. And they usually give you hints as to secret loot locations. The bigger they are, taking down a top dog camp. There are one of these in every region. They're essentially like the local captains of the big bads group, I guess. Doing Jeet a big favor, building 2 projects in Jeet. Jeet is the first area leader you run into. There are the top dogs, which work for the bad guy. Then there are the neutral parties, which are all of the people you help out, and the fortresses you end up making homes in. Jeet is your first one. Wasteland of Opportunities, completing Act 2. We just passed 50% completion. Everything here, less than half of players have done. Doing Gut Gash a big favor, 2 projects in Gut Gash. Gut Gash is the next one. Very good guy, he's fun. Really rude to you, though. The Skilled Driver, complete a Barrel Bash Death Run. Death Runs are things you can find across the desert, run by Mr. Crowdazzle. Very energetic, very fun character to work with. But he's the racing game part of this, because you can do essentially time trials and all that kind of stuff. The Saint, complete a Death Run in the Archangel. Are in an Archangel. Archangels are the super tuned versions of how you can customize and affect your car, because the amount of customization on your vehicle is absolutely insane, from wheels to rims to engines to boosts to weapons to armor, all kinds of fun stuff to work with. Doing Pink Eye a big favor, build 2 projects in Pink Eye's stronghold. Pink Eye is the 3rd leader that you run into of 4. Jeet thrives, reduce threat to 0 in his region. That is done by completing every side mission, essentially clearing out minefields, taking out patrols, all that kind of stuff, until there is no threat remaining. Digging a deeper hole, completing Act 3 of the game. Road Warrior is legend rank, which you earn by completing certain challenges and all that kind of stuff, but Road Warrior is having maxed out that legend rank. Power in the Machine, completing Act 4, which I believe there, I forget how many acts there are, but yeah, that's Act 4. Start of Something Good, clear all the threat in Jeet's territory, which, what in the world? Oh yeah, sorry. Doing Jeet a big favor. Where is it? Jeet thrives. 0. Balefire. There's 1 region in Jeet's territory. There are like 4 overall. Start of something good is clearing all of the threat in his territory. The smart driver, complete a scatter death run, which is multiple routes to complete a run. You gotta figure out what the fastest is. Downward spiral reawakening is completing Act 5 of the game. Just rewards, having 5,000 scrap in your inventory. Scrap is the money of the game that you use to buy upgrades for both yourself and for your vehicle. Maximum, fully upgrading yourself. That is pretty simple to do, is just collecting scrap over time. That gives you better brass knuckles, better armor, all that kind of stuff. And you can buy different looks for yourself. Rust is the new black. Collecting all body colors for your vehicles, rust being the most common one, of course. But there are some very interesting, very bright colors you can work with. Daddy wants a new grill. Oh, that's a fun one. Collecting all of the hood ornaments. There are several patrols around. They're the most challenging things in areas, usually, as you have to blow your way through patrols of several vehicles and enemies, just to collect what you need to collect. Scrap collector, having 10,000 scrap in your inventory. This usually happens towards the end of the game, because you automatically start collecting scrap, and you usually run out of things to upgrade before you get to the end if you're a completionist like me. Stop and smell the roses, having completed all wasteland missions. These are side missions that give you different quests and such. It's not part of the main story, these are your side quests. Gut Gash thrives, reducing threat to 0 in Gut Gash's in the specific region around his stronghold. Up and away, fly the balloon at every vantage outpost. These are your scouting towers or your eagle lookouts from Assassin's Creed. They just allow you to spot everything and put it on your map to go attack. Sniper suppressor. One of the threats in a region are random ass sniper outposts. It's just these dudes up in metal towers. They rolled power poles pretty much, just taking pot shots at you constantly, and it's annoying as hell, and it's kind of cathartic just to absolutely wreck them with a vehicle. Because the most prolific weapon of this game is a grappling hook, as you can do thousands of different things with it. Not on your character, but on your car. You can either, if you get close enough, you hit the sniper directly, or else you just grab his tower and pull it down and watch him get crushed in the tangled wreckage. Pink Eye thrives, reduce the threat to 0 around just Pink Eye's, or the first region around Pink Eye's base. The Quick Driver, completing a time bomb death run. That is, you're going to be cutting it close with a lot of these, even if you're doing it good, but it's, if you fuck up, you explode. Keep up the good work, clearing all of the threat in Gut Gash's territory. Raising Legend, take down all Scrotus camps. We just hit 15% completion. Anything below this, less than 15% of players have completed. No Brainer, destroying all Scarecrows. These are all essentially flesh, steel, and fire monuments out there in the wasteland that you gotta destroy. Spreading the word, clearing all the threat in Pink Eye's territory. Blockhead, owning the best V6 and V8 engines. And yes, there are both kinds, and there are benefits to both. But honestly, V8's better. And you don't unlock it till towards the end of the game. The Constructionist, build all projects in all strongholds. Not hard to do, honestly. You get it over time, and everything benefits you by refilling your water, refilling your health, refilling your fuel, which is hard to come by. Bomb Specialist, clearing all the minefields. That is done by, you can choose to take out different cars, you can collect enemy cars, so you can camouflage yourself and get closer to outposts. One of the cars you get early on is Chumbucket's buggy. And with that buggy, you can go rescue Dinky Dee the dog, and he can sniff out minefields, which you cannot spot on the map, though you can spot pretty easily because they're just piles of scrap metal and steel, and you explode if you drive into them. Maximum Air, we start to get the difficult achievements here. These are all below 10%. Maximum Air, be airborne in a vehicle for 4 seconds or more and land without dying. For this, you need to build yourself the lightest, fastest vehicle possible and find a canyon to throw yourself into. There are like 2 or 3 specific spots that you can find YouTube tutorials on how to hit. Explosions are not enough. Complete all objectives in all camps. All camps can be conquered by essentially blowing up something important in them, but there are optional objectives like insignias and killing everybody and looting it completely. Now we're down below 5%, 1,000 words. Collect all of the history relics. These are hidden in every little nook and cranny of every place you can go to. It takes absolutely forever to look for all of them, but they're worth it because it tells a very interesting story about what happened and why the wasteland is what it is, and why everybody's fucking Australian. Running wild. Complete at least one race in every death run location. There are a lot of death runs around. As long as you go visit all of them, you're good. The Guardian successfully completed death run with every Archangel. There is one specialized death run for every single one of them, and as Archangels are the best tuned up kind of cars, they're not that hard to do. Messenger completed death run in legendary time with every Archangel. That's doing it exceptionally well. That's a little more difficult, but it's a 0.1% difference because I believe most people who have gotten it have just kept trying. The Exiled defeat an enemy vehicle with every Archangel. People don't tend to take the Archangels out in the wasteland usually. They usually go with their custom vehicles that they like a little better. And finally, up to the task. The final achievement of the game, and is actually impossible now. It's completing all non-repeating challenges. The problem is some of those challenges are required to use the online service, which went down more than a decade ago. Because it only kept up for a couple of years, because this is a Warner Brothers game. If you do your research, and you go to the community tab for Mad Max, it is one of the top discussions in the entire thing, is somebody who offered a website for save download that you put into your save files, load up. You have to get like one enemy killed, because he saved it from, the save was before he got the achievement. Like, he played it in the early days, so he got that for the missing one already. All you have to do is like kill somebody by sideswiping them, and you get that final achievement. And I believe that's what the vast majority of the people who already have it, because there are hundreds of people commenting on this thread thanking him for all the help. But that is Mad Max. To honestly speak about the game, I absolutely love playing it. It is a great deal of fun. I have 128 hours in game. I may not play it anymore because I kind of burnt myself out with it, because I played it for days on end trying to figure out ways to do everything and get all the achievements and such, as is the life of Achievement Hunter. But it is something I can honestly recommend. You don't even have to like driving games that much. There are enough shooter and brawling mechanics. If you like making shit go boom, get this game, because it is absolute joyride to play. I want to thank you all very much for watching. Have a wonderful day, night, whatever time it might be for you. Take care.
Come with me. We mustn't be seen. I'll take you to the tabernacle, and when you see what I'm going to show you, you'll be shouting holy all day long.